I remember one time in one of my music theory classes, we were learning about the pentatonic scale, and my professor said, if you're a guitarist, this is all you need. And I piped up and I said, hey, I resent that statement, even if it's true. But why do we use it so much? There's a few reasons. Reason number one, it sounds good. There's not too many people who would argue. I think that's evidenced by the fact that it's everywhere. It's in rock, blues, jazz, pop, country, all manner of ethnic folk music from around the world. It transcends cultural barriers, and an overly simplified reason for that is that it sounds good. Reason number two, it's easy to play. At least on the guitar it is, from my experience. I have to imagine that's the case for most instruments. It just sits in the hands really well on the guitar, and as a result, there's a pretty minimal amount of wrestling with your technique and finger placement you need to do. The pentatonic scale is often the first scale a guitar student learns, and it's because it's relatively easy to play and visualize on the neck, and because it's hard to make it sound bad. So why does it sound so good? Well, let's dissect it a little. Here's a major pentatonic scale on C. There's a couple ways you can think about how it's constructed. It's a root, major second, major third, perfect fifth, and major sixth. 5 notes total, hence the term pentatonic, right? You can also think of it as a regular major scale with the 4th and 7th scale degrees omitted. This is a useful way to think about it because listen to the 4th and 7th scale degrees together. That's a tritone interval. That's dissonant. In fact, it's the primary dissonance that exists in the major scale. If you remove it, you end up with 5 notes that sound really nice together no matter how you pair them. The harshest dissonance you can hit in here is a major second, such as between C and D and E, or G and A. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not terribly dissonant. And it doesn't really matter that much because we don't typically use the pentatonic scale as a means of generating harmony. It's a means of generating melody. By removing those 2 notes from the scale, you've removed any occurrence of a tritone, which means you're also removing a lot of the tension. What's left is just 5 notes that are totally cool hanging out with each other, and you can just meander around with them, and it'll sound pretty good. Now, guitarists are usually more familiar with the minor pentatonic scale, which is really just a different mode of the major pentatonic. If we take this C major pentatonic scale and rotate it so it starts on A, now we've got an A minor pentatonic scale. If we think about this as a redacted minor scale, we've removed the 2nd and 6th scale degrees, which is still a tritone, but the effect is still the same as with the major pentatonic. We can still meander around in the notes that are left, but we're just treating a different note as our home pitch. Now, check this out. If you're playing a song in the key of C major, does that mean you just use the C major pentatonic scale when it's time to play a solo? Not necessarily, although that will usually work just fine. Here's a C major scale. Here's all the triads in C major. The 1 chord is major, the 2 and 3 chords are minor, the 4 and 5 chords are major, the 6 chord is minor, and the 7 chord is diminished. Whenever you're improvising over a chord, you usually want to use a scale that contains all the notes of that chord. So if I'm playing over a C major chord, obviously I can use a C major scale, but of course I can also use a C major pentatonic scale. Say we're playing over D minor, the 2 chord. Yeah, you can still use C major pentatonic because overall we're still in the key of C major and that's totally cool. But we're on a D minor chord. Would it be out of the question to use a D minor pentatonic scale? Well, let's check. Of course it works over a D minor chord, but look at this. All the notes of a D minor pentatonic scale are also present in the C major scale. That's convenient. What if we go through each chord in the key and match up a minor pentatonic scale with each minor chord and a major pentatonic scale with each major chord? Let's see how it goes. Here's E minor pentatonic with E minor, the 3 chord. Yep, all those notes are still in C major too. F major pentatonic with F major, the 4 chord. All still notes found in C major. G major pentatonic with G major, the 5 chord. Yep, all still in C major. A minor pentatonic with A minor, the 6 chord. All still in C major. And then here, well, the diminished chord is kind of a special case. But how about that, huh? We're on an E flat minor chord. Boom, E flat minor pentatonic. We're on a C sharp major chord. Boom, C sharp major pentatonic. What's the revelation here? It doesn't matter what key you're in. If you're playing over a minor chord, the minor pentatonic scale will fit in whatever key you're in, no matter what key it is. Same goes for major chords and major pentatonic scales. Basically, if you stick to that, you can't play any wrong notes. Now, this kind of feels like a cheap shortcut, but it works, and it requires you to remember a very simple thing, which is always nice to tap into for high-pressure situations where someone points at you and goes, "You, solo." Now, in the context of rock and blues music, it's extremely common to juxtapose a minor pentatonic scale with its parallel major chord. For example, playing G minor pentatonic over a G major chord. Technically, those two things do clash, but that's just characteristic of rock and blues as styles. And this just further enforces the idea that if you're a guitarist, the pentatonic scale is all you need. Now, I realize that pentatonic scale burnout is a thing. I mean, I have it. I get it. It can get pretty stale. But you shouldn't feel lazy about using them because it's something you're familiar with. Listeners respond well to it. It sounds good. It transcends culture. Japanese koto music is based on various pentatonic scales. There's a traditional African xylophone-like instrument that only contains notes of the pentatonic scale. Korea's most famous folk song has a pentatonic melody. Lots of English and Irish folk music has pentatonic melodies, and so on. There's something about it that's just ingrained in our humanity. I don't know what it is, but it's really interesting, and it's kind of magical. So by all means, be curious, explore new musical avenues, but don't feel bad about falling back on what you know. It's just part of being human. Music is cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.